Do you have a frenemy? Do you even know what a frenemy is? Let's find out. So, what is a frenemy? A frenemy is what's called a portmanteau. Two linguistic words with two different meanings put together into one word to create one meaning, and the example of that would be friend and enemy put together to create frenemy. Now, what is a frenemy? The definition of a frenemy is an enemy who pretends to be your friend. That's a bad thing. Why is that a bad thing? Well, from what I understand, a frenemy is actually worse than a toxic person in your life. Okay, so toxic people. Toxic people are people who are either miserable, are not happy, and are self-destructive people, dragging you into their self-destructive nature and bringing you down with them so you become dysfunctional and not able to do good stuff for your life and be happy and stuff. Toxic. That's what a toxic person is. Not the same thing as a frenemy. So a frenemy is a person who acts like your friend but is actually your enemy. Now, why would a person do that? Well, the reason is because that enemy finds themselves personally a rival to you. There could be any reason for that. In this case, it could be jealousy. It could be you are a threat to them. Whatever it is, they just see you in some kind of rival state. They have to put you down to their benefit. But how can they do that? Well, what's the easiest way to try to get somebody to trust you? You try to become their friend. That's what a frenemy does. They try to become your friend. That way, they can bring you down when they get the opportunity so they can feel better about themselves. Whatever personal gain that is, that's up to them. That can be a lot of different people with different motives. A frenemy is somebody who's like a spy. Yeah, that's right. I consider them spies. You know why? Because if you think about it, this is what spies look like, right? This is how this works. This and this, just to make a point. So a frenemy is like a spy. That's right. This is what I thought a spy would look like immediately after I thought it. So this is what a spy looks like. And you know what a spy is trying to do? Well, think of 007. 007 is a spy for the U.S. government, right? Is it U.S. government or is it England? Who does 007 work for?
According to Wikipedia, Ian Fleming created the fictional character of James Bond as the central figure for his works.
That's not what I asked. Okay, who cares? We just know that he's a spy. What does he do? He goes to the enemy's side, disguising himself as their friend of some sort. So by acting like their friend, he can gather information, drive around in their cars and eat their cake. So basically, you get the idea. So 007, even though we know him as the good guy, he goes to the enemy lines, pretends to be their friend, acts like he's part of their team for their benefit, and then as soon as he gets a chance, and as soon as he gets what he needs, he gets the heck out of there, blows everything up, and poops all over the place. Okay, that's a bit much, but you kind of get the idea. The glasses have to come off first. Is there rings around my face? Do I have rings around my face? So now you know that a frenemy is somebody who goes out of their way to pretend to be your friend or someone's friend. It's kind of like a spy where they go behind enemy lines, they see you as the enemy, they go into your territory, pretend to be your friend, and at any second when you're least expecting it, behind your back or whatever, they're either giving your intel to someone else that's not going to benefit you, but it benefits them because they know that it's going to hurt you, and it's another gain for them, like sabotaging. So now the question is, how do you handle a frenemy? Well, there's a couple options. Option number one, I don't even know if I'm pointing at it. You can talk to your friend when you get a chance, set aside some time, let them know you want to talk to them, and sit down with them and ask and let them know how you feel about the things that they've been doing if you find out that they've been sabotaging or doing certain things behind your back or saying things to put you down. So the second thing you want to do is if you talk to them, you want to make sure that they receive what you said. If they're making an effort to at least try to understand where you're coming from, if they have any kind of empathy or remorse, they might turn around and stop being your enemy. And that way they can actually become a full friend. Now that takes time. That takes a little bit of time, more communication, just keep talking with them. Because then they have to start talking to you about why they're doing it, going from there. And if you guys can get along and keep talking these things out, you might actually become really tight friends. That can happen. Now here's the third thing. Now that I know that they're a frenemy, should I even keep them around? Well, the answer is no. You don't keep them around. Yes, you get rid of them as soon as you can. Now how do you do that? you just stop communicating with them. You've already told them how you felt. So what's the point of staying around if they're just going to keep screwing you over, right? They're pretending to be your friend. They're not really your friend because they want to see you screw up. So what do? You cut them loose. Hey, love, peace, chicken grease, pal. Who says pal? People say pal still? Is pal a thing? Does anybody still say pal? Do you still say pal? No? Okay. This is a really short thing. I'm in the middle of a video right now. That was just a fake phone call. I just made that up to actually make it look like more legit. Okay. Now, as far as that goes, you want to cut them out of your life because all they're doing is making things worse than a toxic person because they're not only bringing you down, but they're actively going out of their way to make sure that you fail in life in some form of way. And they're just pretending to be your friend. And now that you're more aware of it, why would you want to keep them in your life? I mean, that's up to you. You can do whatever you want. I know personally, I don't keep those people in my life. As soon as I can get rid of them, they're gone. Now, I know that's not the best explanation as how to really deal with frenemies. There's a few different articles that I read online, and I have a bunch of listed things down below in the description of this video. So if you guys want to scroll down and check that out, by all means check them out. I put them in there for you guys to read and make your own decision as to what you think you should do if you encounter a frenemy. So now that we've covered the frenemy topic, I just want to say, please do not all of a sudden go looking around and thinking that everybody could possibly be a frenemy. You can usually spot them. It's pretty easy. They say things to make you feel bad. They talk down to you. And mind you, these are friends. That's the key. That's how you know that's a frenemy. When it's a friend that you trust, but they are talking down to you. They are making you feel small. They are doing nothing but making sure that you have no confidence in yourself. Things like that, that is not a friend. That is literally an enemy who, for whatever reason, sees you as a bad person to them, and they're doing things to make you think that they're your friend so that they can put you down right when the opportunity strikes. Well, I don't know if the opportunity would strike, but they would strike on the opportunity. Welcome to a new show on my YouTube channel called Ruckus in the Bathroom. It's the best name I got right now until I figure out something else. That's what I'm going to call this one today. Ruckus in the Bathroom. I'm Ruckus, IIV. That's right, that's my name. Or Chad, whichever you prefer. And this is my bathroom. And this is where I'm going to talk topics about certain things like frenemies. Well, I just want to thank you guys for checking out this new show and hanging out with me for a second so we could talk about frenemies. If you get a chance, go to my YouTube channel by going to YouTube, click on the search thingy, and type in Ruckus IIV, something like that. And then hit the little search thingy on your phone. Boom, there's my channel. Tap on that. And there'll be a little subscribe button on the bottom. You just hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell button right next to it because that'll let you know when I upload the next video. Hey, guys, did you subscribe yet?